Welcome to the Industry Edge podcast, where we dive into strategies and insights from leaders shaping the world's hardest working industries. If you're passionate about making a big impact in B2B, you're in the right place. Now let's get started.
Hi, my name is Danielle Neely, your host of the Industry Edge podcast. This episode is brought to you by K&C Marketing. K&C is a full-service marketing agency that helps B2B companies grow their brand and increase sales. To learn more about K&C's brand development, website design, social media marketing, and other marketing services, visit kncmarketingagency.com. Now, today I'm kind of switching it up a little bit. There's no guests. It's just going to be you and me today. And we are going to be talking about something that we see a lot in the industry as a marketing agency. When you notice it and you start to see it, you're going to all of a sudden just be like, oh my gosh, how have I never noticed this before? And today's topic is all about how to tell your story, how to tell your company's story, how to tell your story without making it all about you. Now, I know that sounds a little bit weird. Obviously, if you're telling your story or your company's story, you're saying, well, how do I not talk about myself? How do I not talk about my company? And that is totally a fair question, but this is what I mean. So the truth is that most brands like the About Us pages of their website or so many social media posts that they post online, their emails, everything about their marketing efforts are just really all about ego and about them and making sure that they're the hero of the story. But the truth is, your customers don't care. They don't really care about how your founder, founded the company in the garage or in the basement and, started from nothing and how many trucks you own or how many service members you have. Like, yeah, that's all great and good. But at the end of the day, they really care about what you can do for them, right? They have a problem and you might have a solution. But if you're too busy talking about yourself and where you come from, you're not answering the question that they need to hear in order to do business with you. So now let me give you just 4 keys that kind of tell you if you're telling your story the right way. So the first things first, I already kind of mentioned it, but don't make yourself the hero of the story, right? So make your customer the hero. So this is a classic just story brand by Donald Miller. If you haven't heard of Story Brand, we love it here at our agency. Go get that book, Story Brand by Donald Miller, and this will make a lot more sense. But you are not the Frodo, okay? You are not the hero of the main story. If you know that movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're the Gandalf, right? So your job is not to take the spotlight from your customer and make it all about you. It is your job to guide the customer and explain to them and tell them why you can help them, what they need to do next, right? What action do you need them to take in order to do business with you and make it super easy? If you're not guiding them on how to do business with you easily, you're going to lose them. So that is the first thing. The second thing is use your origin to build trust, right? So it's not like your story doesn't matter at all. I did say that when they're making purchase decisions that that's not what they're looking at. However, why did you start? What problems did you see that made you decide to do the business that you did? And if you share your why through the lens of problem solving and helping your customer solve the problem, then you're building credibility, not just word vomiting how you started and why you're the best there ever is, right? So using your story to build the credibility and still answering their problem. So the third thing to telling your story the right way. So tell transformation stories. Tell those really cool before and after stories that you have of customers that went from, one size company to a huge company. They grew their revenue by $20 million, went from a 40-person team to a 250-person team within 2 years when they started working with us. So instead of just listing out, your services and what you do, talk about how you've helped your customers go from, where they were at when they first started working with you to where they're at now, because there's nothing more incredible to be able to go to somebody's website or see other people like your customers. So they're like, oh, I can resonate with that. Like I had that same problem. And when they start seeing other companies have the same problem, all of a sudden start working with you and they grow, that's going to make it way easier for them to make the decision to work with you over a competitor. And now the fourth thing is super simple and it sounds so obvious and corny, but showing like real people. Who are your people? Humanize your team. You are not a truck. You are not a website. You are not social media posts, emails. You are not that. You are a human team of people that help other companies do X. That is, especially if you're a service-based business, you have to be showing the people that are behind the scenes doing the work, doing the hard work to make your customers succeed. The quick, like just quick little things. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but people can see through the stock photos. People can see when it's not really you. So making sure that you're putting your team on the forefront of everything that you're talking about online, all over the place is where you're going to build more credibility and it's going to make you more relatable to your customers and not go, well, how do I know who I'm actually working with? All of a sudden, if they start seeing your people all over the place in your on their website and then they come out and then that person comes out to their house or that person comes out to their business to do a service visit, imagine how that's going to feel. You're going to say, oh my gosh, I actually saw that guy on the website. Like, even if they don't realize it, there's going to be an unconscious thing that happens where they trust you and they continue to do business with you. So, to kind of just wrap it all up, people do not buy what you do, right? They buy how you make them feel, how you help answer a question or solve a problem. How do you make your customer the hero of their story, right? You guide them to where they need to be. You don't make it all about you. You lose the customer that way. Your story and your everything that you're talking about should always point back to your customers and their outcome. So that is all I have for today. If you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you again next time. Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in to the Industry Edge podcast. If you like what you heard on today's episode, we'd love it if you'd leave us a review or click subscribe so you'll get updates about future episodes. We'll see you again soon.